Welcome back. Welcome everyone.
Yeah.
Y'all know what we do. It's about that time. FYoDj podcast.
Yep.
DJ ELR. My big brother. My OG. Nu-Stylez.
Yes, sir.
And today we got a special guest. You know what I'm
Extra.
saying? I just moved to Milwaukee like 2 years ago, but as soon as I moved in, you know, I was at the club one night. I met the guy. He said, "Man, I heard you DJ." I'm like, you know, everybody say they DJ. I'm like, man, you know, I do a little something. And then I met Styles and he put me up on Gang Tune and just gave me the history and the backstory on him. And it's a true living legend. So, Reggie Brown.
Definitely have Reggie Brown in the building. So let me insert my two. Whenever you turn on your dial, that main time on the radio, when you driving home, you leaving work, you tired of work, or you even at work sometimes, you hear this man on the radio. The smoothest voice. Femi damn near talk anything off of your girl. You dig what I'm saying? And there's no lie because his voice is so smooth. You understand me? But like it's like I have the privilege to talk to this man. This man has so many stories, so many run-ins. He's been in the game so many years that it doesn't matter who you say. You can be like, oh man, you know, I was with you know, I'm talking about countless. You name it. He in the comments you say, he's been hung out, have a story, or even interviewed these people. So without further ado, Mr. Reggie Brown, smooth as butter brown. But you know, we gonna get into it. You might have different names from radio station, man. How do you even keep track of the KKV, UMVs, like how? Reg, there's been so many radio stations, and there's so many questions, brother.
Man, first of all, this is the longest intro I ever got, man.
Man, it's because it's real. This is a real DJ show.
Real quick.
It's a real DJ show, you know what I'm saying, by DJs,
And that's the
for
other thing.
DJs.
We wanted, even though Reggie Brown, he do a lot of hosting and stuff in clubs, but he's now. But y'all gotta understand the history, bro. Like, this is it's bigger than just what you see now and what people may be doing now, because as DJs, we wear so many different hats. What I'm doing right now, I might not be doing 5 years from now, but don't get it twisted. I can get it popping on the tables.
Right away.
But either way, you know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. But go ahead.
That's right, man. Yeah, I still spin.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
When I get a chance. But man, I came up in the 80s. I was in high school on the radio.
Oh man, that's dope.
When I was in 10th grade, I did our homecoming.
Okay.
And I went to Radio Shack and bought the Radio Shack mixer. Ooh, $79. I was balling. I got the Radio Shack turntable. Sometimes I would sneak my daddy turntable from the crib. Or if daddy said I can't use it because I messed up his needle last time,
Oh man.
I'll get a cassette deck.
Oh, you lit.
And I did our homecoming with a turntable and a cassette deck. Songs recorded off the radio, by the way.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
I
dope.
killed it.
It's being resourceful. Another attribute of a lot of DJs.
That's funny, man.
Another DJ attribute.
My first turntable was a Pioneer that my dad bought me, right?
Wow.
Okay.
It didn't have. This was before Pioneers was out, like the new ones, the PLA.
Yeah.
No. We talking about old school, straight arm turntable, like with the little turn. But it didn't have a weight on it.
Yeah.
So I had to make a weight out of
remember
BBs and like this plastic game my grandmama had. You know what I mean? But after that, my mama finally bought me a Technique, and then I had a tape deck and a Gemini mixer, fam, playing music on one and cutting on the other one.
Man.
Sometimes it be like that. You know what I'm saying?
It's what you got to start off with. It's what you got to work with.
Yes.
Like, I didn't mean to cut you off. That threw me back a little bit. You know what I mean? I did that too.
I think I had a Sanyo, I had a JVC, but that TAC cassette deck was it had the numbers on it. Oh, we wanted to back to that song, and then that back to that number, you get that song. And
Damn.
man, those are the good old
dope,
days.
I've never even seen anybody play like that. You know what I'm
Man.
saying?
Cassettes is so
Man.
throwback. People don't even, like. I remember. It's funny you said that was off the radio, because I'm 29 and I'm still. Some people look at like I'm younger. I'm like, you know, I'm younger to a lot of the people I be around a lot. But even still, like, I can remember doing that myself. Like, songs, some of the hottest songs would come on the radio.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, man, I got this song, this song. Like when they would do the countdown, I know this song gonna be on the countdown. I need to be at the crib
To
record this song because I need this. You know what I'm saying? Like that's history right there,
That's
man.
crazy.
Some people don't even remember that.
That's crazy.
So how did you start or transition from the DJing to like your personality? Or were they hand in hand, kind of?
Well, see, when I was in high school, I was on the radio.
Okay.
I went to a school of the arts, Marshall High School, back in the day, Marshall here. All them MPS schools, every school had a specialty. Marshall High School was for broadcasting and television.
Okay.
Washington was computers. My dentist, she went to North Division. That was a school for dentistry.
Okay.
So my first Riverside High School was my main school. That school was for business. And I went that in my senior year. I went to Riverside in the afternoon and Marshall in the morning. So my first 2 hours was broadcasting the first semester. Second semester was TV.
Gee. Okay.
So, and then when I got into college, St. John University, they tried to teach me the same thing that I already knew.
Yeah.
You know, but I already knew. I was on the radio. When I was in high school, they used to get me out of school to go do other school noon dances. And I had a little crew with the DJ Association. And I never went to my own prom. I DJ'd our prom, you know. And man, so that's, I just did all prom.
I DJ my school dances too.
Yeah.
I mean, middle school on up.
Yeah, exactly. So MPS was good to me. Milwaukee Public Schools was good to me.
Oh, that's tight.
Yeah. So then to answer your question, on the radio here, did a bunch of parties. I also worked for a film production company. So I got an offer to go to Chicago to be on the radio. So when I went to Chicago, I was on the radio. And there was some promoters, they wanted to get me. Since I was new in town, they wanted to get me to do parties there. So I was like, cool. So I was like, so can I get help bringing my records because they got nobody here? They said, no, we don't need you to DJ. We got DJs. We just need you on the mic. So I was like, really? So it was crazy for me.
Now we're ready.
That was 89, 90. So I was like, okay, I got a Shure mic. I had my own little Shure mic with the and then I bought a cordless mic with the receiver that big. It was a Shure.
Hey, you
and it was a mic. Yeah. Gotta have a Shure. Sure, good sound. So then when I came back here in 92, back to Milwaukee, there was a club, rest in peace to Arliss Jones, ARJs, called Siboney's on North Avenue in Lisbon. And he wanted me to DJ. And I'm back into DJ. I was only here 2 years, then went back to Chicago. So when I came back here, I started this hosting. I'm hosting with everybody. I'm hosting. I got my mic. You need me? I'm just hosting. Then I had to come out of retirement because some DJs were garbage. They were garbage. They were absolutely garbage, man.
Retirement.
Yeah, I had to come out of retirement. So I bought equipment and did everything. I came out of retirement twice. So I bought equipment and everything. Was DJing. Then it got good. And then the DJs just started getting whack. They were garbage, man. So that's when I jumped on Serato. That was like 2005. You know, I had the Mac with the silver keys. And then I jumped on Serato. And then it got good again. So it's good now. It's good. Yeah. There's a lot of good DJs in the city, so it's good.
That's what's up.
Oh, yeah. So I'm just hosting. I got 4 or 5 cordless mics.
Yeah. That's what you did.
Oh, yeah.
Again, like you said, it's the hustle, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think like the biggest thing for me being a younger DJ starting off and part of this trying to create this platform is just understanding like, man, when I first started, I didn't have a lot of other DJs around me, and so I was just trying to figure it out on my own, like, all right, how do I do this or how do I do that? But I think it's important for people just starting off, if you know, trying to be a DJ but you ain't really all the way got your foot in the game, you just got to do something. Just get going, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to, like, you might not be able to do this, you might not be able to do that, but if you get started and you get going, you'll figure it out. It's going to come together. Yeah. So I think that's dope that you be able to show other sides of it because, like I said, DJs are so multifaceted. You got DJs who just do mixtapes. Yeah. You got DJs who just be in clubs, just do weddings. Now you radio, like, it's so many different things from a DJ's perspective that you can do. DJs put out records.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so many different things that you can do as a DJ hustle. It's just about doing it. So that's dope. That's dope.
That's right. I got 186 crates in a storage area. I pay $149 a month. I've been paying that since November 2nd, '98. $149 a month. It went up to $149. So it's $149.
Whoa. Okay.
189
I'm glad you just said
crates.
that. So, when you booking this man, right? People don't understand. This is what people don't understand. This is a fee. These are backline stories that people don't understand.
Yeah.
These are fees. These are things that DJs do on the outside of the club.
That's right.
He has to pay for his music to be stored somewhere, $150 a month. So my thing is, he's coming to play your club. You gotta pay this man more than $150.
That's right. Oh man, people.
You know what I'm saying? And you don't think about it, but you don't know what we do. These records right here. $20 a piece.
Now, yeah. Right here.
You know what I'm saying?
Look at that.
We don't have to buy a whole bunch of these now. You know what I mean? Unless somebody messed these up. But these used to cost. You have to pay for this.
Did, man.
You know what I mean? People don't understand. You know what really goes into it. But you know.
Yeah, man. I got 30 crates at the crib, but 186 crates in my storage area. CDs too. I got oh my God, so many CDs.
Bet. Crazy.
I collect those. It's crazy.
That's dope.
It's real bad.
So with broadcasting, like you've been all over. Like, what do you feel like one place you would rather call home?
Milwaukee is home because everybody knows me. I'm in the club, you know. They request me to come to clubs, and I'm 50 years old, so they request me. They still want me in there.
Why do you think that is?
Because there's some. I'm gonna keep it real. There's some hosts. Kids these days, the youngsters these days, they just want to go right on top.
Yeah.
Everybody can do it. Everybody can do it. Yeah. What? I play basketball. I need to play with LeBron James. Yeah. That's how they act.
Yeah.
But you got to come up the ladder. They don't want to start from the bottom and work up. That's why I just signed another contract. Because there's no one to take my place. They don't want to learn. They don't want to do that work. They don't want to fold T-shirts and drive the station vehicle and stuff. They just want to get right on the air and be a star. Just because they got 1,000, 2,000 friends on Instagram, you a star. Get out of here. Right. No. So, you know, I'm teaching them. This is my last year. This is my last go round. This is it right here. You know, I want to do something different in Milwaukee. But it's crazy, you know. And they gave me hella money to stay. So, I'm here.
Hey,
it shows a lot about this man. You know what I mean? When I mean like the voice of the city. Like when you hear him, you know exactly who he is. You know what I mean? Put in the time, put in the work, and when it shows a difference when you're on the microphone, right? You know what I mean? Like I hear so much of you and so many different hosts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Of course, they're
but if they're from Milwaukee, they grew up on it.
Yeah.
They ain't even got no choice. They might not even mimic it. They might not even know it.
I'm not trying to hear that. I'm not trying to hear that, bro.
I'm just saying, maybe. I don't know. I don't
Cats people bite what they feel is tight.
That's true too.
You don't bite it just cause for no reason.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
That's
like you have things. I'm like, damn, is Reggie in here? Mm-hmm. Like, oh no, that ain't dude. He ain't booked tonight. Oh,
I've heard it too. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay,
but it's all good. You know.
But my thing is, even with b-boying, hip hop, you know what I mean? To get to the next level, you have to learn somewhere.
Yeah.
When I was b-boying, breakdancing, you know what I mean? You saw a style that you like.
Yeah.
You mimic the style. And then you turn it into your own style.
Yeah. Right.
So it's a couple cats holding on to your style.
Right.
They ain't changed it yet. You know what I'm saying? It's a little they ain't let it go yet. But you know what I mean? It's cool to take on somebody because it's like a compliment. You know what I'm saying? But fam, you can't run with it. Year 3.
Yeah.
Right. That's real.
You're supposed to have your own. You're supposed to be, you know, this book me.
Not switch up. Yeah.
Not me, aka Reggie. You know what I'm saying?
But, and you know what I hate? I hate when I go to a club and there's DJs DJing, doing their thing, and there's a host singing and rapping and shouting out the girls,
talking over everything.
Oh my God, they're not even respecting the music. It kills me.
This is the school. Every episode we try to take people to school. So what is the pocket of hosting a party, not talking over a DJ. What are those spots?
Right.
Because I'm gonna tell you mine. To me, as predominantly, yes, I can rock a crowd. I can rock a mic.
Right.
I can DJ.
Right.
We don't need a host, but at the end of the day, it flows better. You have a host, so man, I can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Other DJs should be able to do it.
Right.
What does it take?
Right.
Other MCs should be able to do. What does it really take? I feel your intros of records are always a good spot.
Right.
And if we just playing just the instrumental, please talk.
Yeah, that's your time to talk.
Please talk.
Or
That
if you're
kills me,
dead air,
man.
talk.
Talk.
So every song has some type of intro.
Exactly.
You talk during the intro. Let the rapper rap.
Yep.
Give me a couple keywords.
Exactly. That's my thing.
Chorus. Everybody's singing. Don't nobody care. It's your time to shine a little bit. Verse come back on.
Yeah.
Back up.
That's it.
Yep.
Let them do their thing. They in the club to hear the music
Yep.
that the DJ is playing.
That's
Not
right.
the host. They don't care about the host unless it's their birthday. They want a birthday shout.
Right,
Yeah.
right,
Happy
exactly.
birthday, Keisha.
Yep.
You do that all night.
Yeah,
You do that all night.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But when they just talking about dumb stuff, hey girl, I see them green shoes you got on. Hey girl, what's happening,
Do
baby?
the whole
Yeah.
night,
Hey,
though. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Chastising the customers.
Man, that kills me.
Doing too much.
Chastising the customers, bro.
That kills me.
That's real. That's real. See, and the other thing, like with me, learning how to DJ in front of crowds and clubs and stuff, I was taught how to DJ as to host myself.
Right.
So like a lot of times, like I'm moving up here to Milwaukee because you guys do use hosts on a lot of your events.
Right.
I was able to transition to that and not have to worry about it.
Right.
But when
That's
I was
good.
like in other states and stuff, I had to do that too. So it's like I know what to say and how to say it for myself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I know that, like you said, DJs know how to do it because we know that pocket.
Right.
Like enough to where it's like, okay, if I got to do it by myself for the night, I can do it,
Right.
and it's not no issue. But you know, some guys gotta, you know.
And
Yeah.
it sucks being a DJ and somebody's just talking all over.
Oh
Yeah,
my
it does.
God.
I feel like they
Right.
don't appreciate what you're doing.
I have little tricks, fam. Like places got 2 microphones. I make sure one microphone don't even
Don't
run.
work, yeah.
Don't work. Don't even run to my monitor.
There you go.
Oh,
Here you go, bro.
there you
Take
go.
this mic, bro.
Yeah,
Go
I
ahead.
don't want to hear.
You can't even hear it, you know
That's
what I mean?
crazy.
Or, man, you know the whole, hey, take this microphone. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't, oh, man, something's wrong with the mic. Oh, yeah, man, I don't know what's up
The
with that.
battery, yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Battery,
Or both the microphones work like a mug.
yeah.
But, hey, fam, it's only one mic working, and, you know, we got to get this
Yeah.
mic to,
Yeah. I can't do it with 2 hosts. That irritates me when I'm with another person.
oh, see,
It's just like sharing a girl. You know, it's like sharing your woman.
Oh, no,
You know,
here
it's
you go,
crazy.
boss.
Yeah, your turn. Go ahead, get some.
What?
You know, sometimes it's all right, but you know, but I hate that, man.
But it has to be somebody to understand.
Yeah,
Right,
exactly.
right,
You know?
Exactly. So it's crazy, man.
So let me ask you this. So we usually ask everybody their pet peeve. So obviously we know that's your pet peeve.
Yeah, that.
So let me ask you this then. Another good question.
Mm-hmm.
What's a good memory that you have from being a DJ? Or
I think that's a twofold. DJ
two,
behind
yeah,
the wheels.
Yeah. That's what I'm about to
and
say. Yeah. You know,
a personality.
That's like what I'm about to say. Okay, good one.
Because,
Yeah.
let's not, before we go, can you name a couple people that you've had the pleasure to meeting, talking to?
JayZ.
Hey.
Who is this?
Souls of Mission?
I haven't met them. I played this song. JayZ, Scarface, of course. Everybody in the game, basically. The only person I never met and I messed up being late that I really wanted to meet, I met his whole family. Michael Jackson. That was the only. I was late. I was supposed to be in the Jam video with Michael Jordan, Heavy D, Criss Cross. I was working in Chicago. I was doing Tom Joyner's show. He was on vacation, 2 to 6 in the afternoon because I was a night guy. And my girl Cynthia, I was with her yesterday with Remy Ma. Cynthia said, "Hey, you want to be in the video, Michael Jackson video?" I was like, "What? Yeah." So it was on the west side of Chicago. And I said, "I need a haircut first." So I called my boy Jeff, who lives on the west side. I said, "Come downtown to cut my hair." He said, "Man, I can't make it. Have the owner," I ain't going to say her name because the place is called Deswaz. But she cut my hair, and my hairline started at the top of my head. Oh, she jacked me up. It looked like I had a beanie on like that. She cut my sideburns off. Man, I was like, oh, so I need a hat. So I tried to make it over to Michael Jordan's restaurant to get a hat. It was too much. I remember in the station vehicle, it was a Juice hat from the movie Juice.
Yeah.
So I put that on, went to the west side, and missed out. All my friends, the police wouldn't even let me through. All my friends, the photographer they hired just to take pictures, got a cameo, 3 cameos in the video. That could have been me. Michael Jackson video jam. I interviewed Heavy D that day. I interviewed Criss Cross. The same clothes they had on is what I interviewed with them with on. I was like, oh man.
You'd have been there.
I was hurt, man. So I wanted to meet Michael Jackson, man. I heard he was cool as a fan too.
Dang.
And hip. I heard he was hood.
What?
I was like, yeah, he was hood. He wanted some chicken and man, it messed me up.
Dang,
Man, he wanted some Harold's chicken. It's like, God.
I mean, Harold's chicken is lit.
Yeah, it is.
Like,
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. But that's it. I done met everybody. Yeah.
So what's the what's a good DJ memory that you had
A good DJ memory.
behind the tables?
Woo.
And technically, you got to still give us a good memory
I got
outside of the tables.
I got a picture of it, and I was using actual tables and a GLI mixer with the knobs like this.
Okay.
The rolling knobs.
Yeah.
No. But let's history kids, like there used to be mixers
Yes.
that just had rotaries. They didn't have any up and down line.
Exactly.
Faders.
None of that.
No crossfaders,
Yep.
B.
It was,
He said
man,
no
you
crossfaders.
you got to know how to flip that, man.
I ain't never used this.
And
so
I'm
I
gonna
can't
tell
speak
you
on
one
that.
thing, I ain't never liked them shits, and I never used them shits because
Man.
that's no.
Man, it was crazy. But because the crossfader was like this. And that mixer was expensive. It was like a rack mount.
That's it.
Yeah.
Rain used to
Set
make
up.
them joints,
Yeah.
man. It was like $1,000.
Yep, it was a GLI. Yep. But I remember back in the day, there was a big tour that came to Milwaukee with Eric B. and Rakim, Big Daddy Kane, Flavor Flav, Public Enemy. They all came to the club. And I was the DJ. Everybody was there. I got pictures of it too. Flavor Flav came up in the booth and was telling me songs to play, and I was playing them.
That's
you know.
dope. That's
And
dope.
then Mr. C came up. Mr. C came up, and he got on my tables, and I was just watching him. And he did his thing, and I got back on. And it was an amazing night, man. It was crazy.
Wow, that's what's up.
It was
That's
crazy.
Nice to remember.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I got a lot of them stories, though. It's a lot of them
But see, that's what's up, man. That's the good thing about. See, for me, like now, because there was a point in time where I kind of strayed away from DJing and music, and then I had to realize, like, just knowing who I am and what I've been through as a person, like that's just music is gonna always be a part of who I am. And it's just dope because that's why I continue to do music on any level for stuff like that. The memories and that stuff like that, like you gonna always remember that. That's gonna go with you down the road that you pass that down. Like nobody can take that from you. You know what I mean? So that's dope. That's dope.
Oh yeah,
that's dope. But okay, so the one memory outside of DJing,
outside,
like a good one. I know you said you was disappointed about not seeing Mike.
Yeah,
but a good memory.
You know what? If you don't mind, I have to listen. I know you met Prince.
Yeah, 3 times.
I know that had to be crazy.
I tell you, the first, you know, he had a brother here. His brother Dwayne was here, lived here, got a daughter here, as a matter of fact. So, Prince came to town for the 1999 tour, and his brother introduced me to him, and I met him, and then he introduced me to 2 girls from the group Vanity 6, and Prince was still there. When I turned around and shook their hands, Prince was gone. So that was the first time.
Why everybody be saying this man be vanishing like that?
Yeah, he was backstage. The Time was on then. The Time just came out with Vanity 6 and everything. They were on tour. So the second time I met him, I was in St. Louis. Billy Sparks, if you've seen the movie Purple Rain, Billy was the nightclub owner. He was a big dude with glasses and a perm. He's smaller now, but Billy asked me to do a commercial for Prince. Gave me a list of 11 songs that had to be in a 60-second commercial. And I did it. And all the tickets for Prince was standing room only, $65. I did it. The commercial, it took me about 3 hours to do that commercial. But the commercial only aired 4 times. So 4 times. So we went to an after party Prince was at, and he was on this germ thing. He was with Mai Tai, just lost his baby. And I put my hand out to shake his hand. How you doing, Prince? And he had his cane. He just said, yeah. He didn't touch me because he just lost his baby. He was on his germ thing. And then the final time I met Prince, I asked Prince how was the commercial. He said, you did it? I said, yeah, it was good. Yeah. So the final time I met him, it was here in Milwaukee. Morris Day was rehearsing at the Mecca, and he called me to come down. Let's go get something to eat. I said, all right. I came down, and they were rehearsing, and they rehearsed so long, he didn't have time to go out to eat. So we were just talking on the side, and out the blue, he said, you want to see Prince? I said, Prince, where you at? He said, he here. Prince was here a couple of days later for a show at the Marcus Amphitheater. It was last show at the Marcus Amphitheater. I was like, yeah. So I went in one of the dressing rooms, it used to be the old Bucks Arena, you know. It was an old dressing room. And I walk in, and there's a lot of people right here. But sitting in the corner right here is Prince. So I came over, and he got up. He shook my hand that time. And just like Jamie Foxx said, and I'm not gay, but Jamie said I was gay for 8 seconds. I was gay for 8 seconds. Prince got them pretty eyes, and you know he had the lips. I mean the glitter right here. He was just so well manicured, and we talked for about 15 minutes. And he talked. I was asking him how is he getting the young kids to get his music, and that's when he brought up the internet. Because Apple didn't exist back then. You know, iTunes, it didn't exist. So he said that's why he's using the internet to get his music out there. And I was like, wow, that's deep. Then all of a sudden a girl came in and said, Prince, let's go. He got up, said, good seeing you. All right, dude. And that was it.
Oh, man.
That was it, man. So that was a great memory.
Bro.
Classic.
Yep. I went, so I got a video where when Lil Wayne was here last time, Lil Wayne was in the same dressing room. I went in that dressing room and I sat where Prince was after he died. And I was like, wow, this is where I last saw Prince. So that's my favorite artist. You see that tattoo I got on my arm, man? Yeah, man, I love some Prince, man. That's my Prince story, man.
That's dope. That's dope.
Well, that's dope, man.
So, all right, about one more question, because Style always say this. Did you interview Tupac, or did you even talk to him or anything?
Okay, I got some pictures on my phone. Okay, so I was in Chicago on the air.
Okay.
And my boss, James Alexander, he was in his office getting Portuguese lessons. So he was about to leave. Yeah, I know. It was November. He was about to go to Brazil. He was getting Portuguese lessons. So they called James Big Bird because he's a big dude. James Alexander, big dude, had a long trench coat on. It was in November. So he was about to walk out, and he came back. He said, hey, the doorman downstairs said it's a guy named Tupac from a Digital Underground and Khalil came, and they want to talk to you about an upcoming movie. I was like, really? I said, yeah, I heard Tupac. Come on up. We playing this song. He said, oh, okay. Have fun with him. I said, all right. So he came up, and Khalil, every time I post something about Tupac, I tag Khalil, and he'll comment on it. No matter what. He's a cool dude like that. But they came up, we ordered food, we talked about some of everything. We talked about roller skating, we ordered some food from Bennigan's, we just did everything. So when he left, he signed a few pictures, which I got pictures of, but he said that anytime I need you, anytime you need me, man, I got you. He wasn't even big as he was then. So a couple of years later, 93, he came to Milwaukee. So he wouldn't interview with no station. V100 and Hot 102 were playing the exact same thing on the radio. Tupac would not interview. I got a girl that worked at the Hyatt where Tupac was. She called me and she said, Tupac is upstairs in this room right here. I said, ring me his room. So he rung me his room. His manager picked up the phone. And I said, you know what? My name is Reggie Brown. My Chicago name is Jammin' Dave Michaels. Tupac and Khalil came to my show. And to make a long story short, Tupac said, anytime I need him, just hit him up. So if you can run that by Tupac, see what happens, it's all good. He covered up the phone. Then he said, hold on. And Tupac came to the phone. And I did an interview with him right then and there. We brought up Chicago. But check this out. So that's when he toured Milwaukee. But Hot 102 was so mad that I got an interview because I played that interview 2 times while I was on air. You know, they were so mad.
Straight up.
Yeah,
Right.
they stopped playing his music for a whole week, and then they were forced to play it again. Fresh G was on the station then, as a matter of fact.
And he was forced to play it.
Yep. And they were forced to play because he was so hot. He was coming up. You know?
Yeah, no choice.
But that's my Tupac story. Yeah, I interviewed Pac.
That's dope.
Cool dude.
That's
too.
my favorite rapper of all time, so I had to ask
Word?
you that. That's my favorite rapper of all time.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'm about to say.
So
I
I was-
like Jay a lot, but he's probably, before Jay, he was the one.
Tupac, Biggie, Tupac, Biggie.
Yeah. You know, back then,
I love Pac,
you
though.
had to
So,
choose one or the
yeah.
other, and I would always pick Pac. But now, being older and going back and listening to a lot of Big's music, like, he's definitely legendary. He's dope, for sure.
Quick Biggie story. I was interviewing Biggie in Chicago on a morning show. He came early in the morning. He was sleeping his eye and everything. But he ate good. 2 dudes did this to me. But he ate good. So he came to the studio and he came with Lil' Kim and a couple of dudes from Junior Mafia. So Biggie was right there in the chair sitting. And he was farting like crazy. And Kim was just sitting there with her glasses on early in the morning. I'm used to it. I was like, what? That was crazy, man. That's my Biggie story. But Biggie was a dude, man. Biggie was a dude.
That's what's
Who y'all think my favorite rapper is?
JayZ.
No.
He said no.
Kendrick.
Kendrick, nope.
I'm going to just say LL.
Nope. Close.
Slick Rick.
Nope. My favorite rapper of all time, hands down. I'm going to get a BDP on my arm. KRS-One.
That's
That's my favorite rapper. Man. He's a philosopher.
I thought about guessing that.
Man, he made me go buy a 9 back in the day, and it wasn't even about that, man. Criminal minded. It wasn't even about that. Man, I had that 9 for about 2 months.
That's how you know you don't.
Man, it was
That's
good,
what's
man.
up.
Yeah,
That's
Criminal
what's
minded.
up.
Scott LaRock, rest in peace, but that was, man, that's my dude. And I got plenty pictures with him, too, man. It's good to say I got good pictures with my favorite rappers.
So I love to ask you, how does that feel, right? Like,
Yeah.
being, obviously growing up and you being around these people and they're such big stars, but at the same time for you like, I'm actually interacting with these people. Like, you talk to so many people to you, I'm sure you know they stars, but it's not like somebody who don't ever talk to any of them that'll be starstruck. You know what I'm saying? Like,
They just like us. They just like us. They are just, that's the way I see them. They just like us. Ain't nothing special about them. Nothing. They just like us.
Right.
I met Beyonce, though, I got to admit. I met Beyonce 2 or 3 times. But a BET award I went to, and me and this other girl, Beyonce Fox, who used to do our Quiet Storm, we were walking back towards the front of the red carpet. And I was posing, taking a picture of Sierra from behind, and bumped into Beyonce. And my heart started beating for some reason. I was like, dang. But she opened up the show. This was 07. She opened up the show, and I bumped into her. She let me take pictures of her by herself. And it was crazy. She had 2 bodyguards, 2 assistants, and it was her. And she had a hot dress. She asked me if she looked hot. I said, you are hot. She said, no, in this dress, because she sweats a lot. You know, so, man. But that was my only real starstruck moment.
Beyonce.
I'm about to say, like, I can't be mad at that. Nobody can be mad at that.
Yeah. You know what? I take it back. The building I worked in Chicago, upstairs, a lot of Spike Lee, Robert Townsend, Eddie Murphy, they get talent from the Phoenix Talent Agency. It was in Chicago. And Eddie was up there. And back in the 80s, Eddie was the man.
He's still the man.
Yeah, I know. So they asked Eddie if it would come on my show. He said, I ain't got time. Then they asked him again, the manager did. He said, all right, 5 minutes. Eddie did my whole show.
That's
and he ribbed on everybody that called up. He ribbed on everybody. And that laugh. Oh my God, that was another moment. But anyway, it's all right. I got stories for days.
You got stories to go, bro.
I'm going to do a book one day, man. I'm going to do a book.
You need to, for
Man,
real.
I need
For
to.
real.
Okay, so what's in store for Reggie Brown next? What's the next chapter?
Man, I can't let my secret out, but it's something I'm gonna do that Milwaukee needs. It's not a club or nothing, a restaurant or nothing, but something that we need. I can't let my secret out.
Okay, yeah.
But me and my partner, we working on it real hard. We got investors lined up. I got one main investor. Shout out to that investor. He know who he is.
Plug, shout out to the plug.
Yes, the plug. But I appreciate you too, dude. But man, that's my next big move, man. After radio, I'm doing this round of radio to help me get to the next step.
Yeah. That's everything in life.
Yeah, I love radio. I love doing commercials. I still do that, man. I was doing commercials today for somebody. I got something tomorrow to do for Detroit. So, something I gotta do, something we need, something I had when I was younger that the kids don't have now. So I'm working on it. No more hints.
Okay.
Right. Hey, there we go. So you heard it here first, man. You know, FYoDj the podcast. Man. We had the legendary man still doing this thing. Reggie Smooth as Butta Brown, man. Tune in. How do we get a hold of you? Somebody need you for a vendor.
2 to 6 V100. I'm Reggie Brown Reggie Brown V100 on Instagram. Reggie_Brown on Twitter. Reggie, I got 6 Facebook pages, man.
Yeah, you got that
Reggie
many.
Brown.
Because they always cap you at like what, 40 or 5,000.
Yep. So I got a fan page, but they don't want to be a fan. They want to be a friend.
Right.
Man, they don't. They don't. Right. So I got 6 pages, man. I'm about to start another one because I need one, man. So,
look at there.
Yeah.
Man, get your weight up.
Open up the cap, Facebook. It'll be all good, man. What's up?
Or get your weight up like Reggie.
Zuckerberg. Yeah. Open up the cap.
Yeah.
But it's a good thing y'all doing, man. I appreciate y'all for the invite, man.
Thank you for coming in with me.
Y'all ain't had no drinks for me or nothing. What's in here?
No.
This brown, what is it? I drank brown. Y'all drinking good, man. I drink white. I need brown, man.
Okay, well, you know, I'm a Ciroc boy myself. Diddy, cut the check, B. I've been drinking your Ciroc for a grip, bro.
Yeah.
Look out for the cookout. For the DJ podcast.
Let's get it, man.
Hey, so again, chicken wing. We need JayZ's or something. Chicken wing. My stomach growling. I know y'all heard it.
It's
all good, though. Good job, fellas.
Love. Appreciate it.